Alright, welcome everyone. So yeah, I haven't done this for a couple of weeks, and here, let's head over. Alright, I want to check something here. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen tonight or not, but usually Prendell comes on and lets me know, hey, you're echoing. I don't know if it's going to happen tonight, but I'm going to wait for a couple minutes and see if he comes on and says, hey, bro, you're echoing again. And that should be happening now, because I think I found out what was wrong. And it was because it was because I had two different audio inputs activated at the same time, and so the audio from both the microphone and the other default device were bouncing off each other, which was causing the echoing. So I don't know if that was the cause of it, but hopefully, my buddy will jump on and let me know, hey, if whether or not, hey, I'm echoing or whatever. I don't know. Or I could just unmute it and listen for myself real quick. 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 Unmute it and listen for myself real quick.
Unmute it and listen for myself real quick. Unmute it and listen for myself real quick. Now this is scary. Now this is scary.
Okay. Oh, that was interesting. That was interesting. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to do that. Okay. All right. So we got a few some videos to catch up on tonight. So we got two from Shells. We got 11 videos that'll make you terrified, first up, and then we got I think this one is Nuke's top 5 ghosts that scared ghost hunters. Then we got top 15 videos you can only watch if you're courageous, 12 videos that'll drop your jaw, scary videos that'll make you stay awake, and 5 ghost videos to watch at night. Alright, let's jump right in with the first one. Saturday Night Scares. Oh.
As I analyze these videos, be warned, the explanations could make you as terrified as the people you are watching in these top 11 videos. Number 11, Abdullah Al-Anbari is followed by what he describes as a ghoul when he explores an old neighborhood that was abandoned long ago. His stalker appears to be a silhouette, even under a high-powered light that brightens everything around it.
Bismillah.
It could be someone wearing long flowing robes, or it could be a shadow person. Maybe it's just me, but the ghoul looks much bigger here at 5 minutes and 54 seconds when he sees it again. When it pokes around the corner at 8 minutes and 3 seconds, it seems much larger than the average sized person. Even from down this long hill, you can see this figure is indeed tall and strong looking too.
Love how he had to correct himself right there.
As it lumbers ahead.
هذه الممرات كلها كاملة.
It looks like the creature is going to follow him all the way home if he lets it, so Abdullah recites a phrase, at which point the ghoul recoils from the sacred words, or perhaps more realistically, ducks under the window and is not seen again.
له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه.
Was this all planned, or did a phantom really spontaneously follow him? Number 10.
Alright, my thought on that, it could be both. You know, we've seen some pretty crazy videos from that guy that made me suggest that, you know, events that happen around him are real. But that video in particular just seemed too coincidental. So I'm on the fence with that one. But
a man named Donald Jester uploaded this ghost video from 2003. Nothing is by this table, and then for an instant there appears to be what Donald refers to as a ghost girl. I don't necessarily agree that there is enough detail to tell if this was a ghost or not, let alone if it was a girl, but there is something there. Since this video was taken in December, and the front door is open, I guess it could be cold enough to be someone's breath, or something else from outside. Number 9. A YouTuber named The Modern Mombi is sipping her coffee while pumping gas while she notices someone watching her get into her car. She lets it slide until she sees him looking at her again.
But yeah, he keeps peeping us.
She is making a video probably in the hopes that it will make him too ashamed to continue, but he looks straight at her and seems to smirk. It's a weird and creepy expression that he has no excuse to keep making if they are strangers. Maybe he thinks he recognizes her, but if that were the case, staring at her instead of saying hello is rude and suspicious to say the least. Then again, maybe the camera is the only thing keeping him from being more intrusive. He eventually gets in the car and drives away. That's when she realizes she's in her work uniform and hopes he won't be staring at her sometime soon at her job. Number 8. A YouTube channel called Dark Haunts Videos travels to the famous haunted train tracks in San Antonio, Texas, where a school bus full of children were said to have lost their lives. The road looks like it's on a small hill here according to him. Do you agree?
But it looks like it's uphill. Cars are neutral and off. We are slowly moving.
If the local legend is true, ghost children are pushing them up a road and straight past the very same tracks that they themselves were not able to cross over alive. Somebody needs to measure this road to see if they are really being pushed uphill. If they are...
They already did, Chills. They already did. Fact or faked. They actually found another video similar to this one with the same story, the same backstory, same railroad tracks. What it is that it's an optical illusion. It shows that even though the road looks flat and that there's an uphill incline on the tracks, that the road that the hill that the road is actually on is actually slightly tilted. So as the car is put into neutral, the slight decline of the road will make the car move. Check that episode out if you want a more detailed explanation. But this is fake.
Then this is amazing. It is really creepy though how the car stops all by itself within seconds of going over the tracks. Number 7. A large, lonesome mansion seems like the perfect place for a channel called Abandoned World Explorer to do its thing, but they seem to miss the questionable red stain seen here at the 8-minute and 11-second mark as they tentatively test.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to see if I can find that clip. Dead train tracks. Explained. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so... Alright, so I'm going to turn off my display for a second here, because I do have this episode on my Amazon Instant Video. Okay, that was weird. Now, I don't want anyone to see what my email or password is to it, so I'm gonna block it out. Great. Hold on, it's asking me to enter our one-time password now. Yay, hooray, everything.
You're silly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Remind me later. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Bear with me just a little bit longer here, guys. Here we go, video library. I'm not going to show you the whole episode, I'm just going to show you the explanation. Okay. Alright. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this one. But, yeah, enjoy.
Short, it's time to start looking at other anomalies that might cause vehicles to go up a hill, apparently defying gravity. Basically, what this is going to do is give us a 3D model of the magnetic lines that are in the area.
Oh, okay.
The Earth's magnetic field has direction to it, and this magnet suspended in this gimbal. The red is pointing north. You can see it's dipping downwards. And if that changes in the direction, just let me know. There is a theory that if no one is being pushed by anything of paranormal origin, maybe there's something being pulled. So we decided to go out with our EMF meters and our magnoscope. Okay, well, starting out just right here, this is up at like 20 milligauss already. That's actually pretty high, but not surprising because if you look right above us, we're underneath some high power tension lines. I think we should walk just a quick grid pattern.
Okay.
Right here around the railroad track. It's dropping off a little bit.
My magnet is pulling towards where we were.
It's dropping off to 10, and it goes even lower the further we get away from the power lines.
No change in direction. But the magnet is pointing towards all the power lines.
This is exactly what I expected. We have high-powered electrical lines right above us. We're getting a very high reading, but it's constant. We walk away, it disappears. I would say we're not looking at anything anomalous in the magnetic field. So if it's not supernatural and it has nothing to do with the magnetic field, then I think we need to explore something like the geographical possibility.
I actually used to work for a civil engineer. So what we have here is a survey's level. What we're going to do, we're going to start from the center of the train tracks all the way down the middle of the road until we get where we started the vehicles. We'll measure it every 25 feet.
Okay, let's go do it.
All right. And set the first cone down.
So that is 150 feet, right?
Yep. All right, so Chilon, here's what I'm going to need you to do. Take this level rod to each cone that you see here in the middle of the street. Hold these measurements towards me, and I'm going to take a reading. All right, Chilon, you ready?
Ready, I'm at the first cone.
All right, 6.1, 5, 6.5, 5, 3, 5, 1.5, 4, 6.5, 4.5.
All right, last one.
So our last one is 3.5.
Give me a second to work the numbers here.
So yeah, there. As you can see, there was different changes to the level of the vehicle of the road. So although it looks flat, it's actually in an incline. Pretty interesting stuff there, huh? Now, please don't copyright me, guys. Please.
To the floor to make sure they don't fall through. Most of the house looks run down, but they come across a creepy entrance that you will have to crouch down to get into. The passageway goes on for 3 full minutes until they find an even more foreboding staircase descending deeper. It looks like the steps could break away or something could reach out from below. The very bottom floor feels extremely off and wrong. He's poking around when something grabs his attention from behind.
Hello?
This odd area of the house personally gives me the feeling that someone was kept here away from the rest of the family, though I don't know why. He understandably leaves before he gets a chance to investigate what was possibly down there with him. Number 6. Donnie regularly sees what he thinks is a shadow person in his home. It's always in the basement, always coming from the corner of his eye, and always going way too fast to be a normal person. He can feel its anger downstairs, and he knows that it wants to do him harm. Donnie decides to put music on blast to see what kind of reaction he can get on camera. After 20 minutes, this shadow can take no more and races upstairs, causing these lights to move. Soon the same angry feeling returns, and Donnie knows that it's back. He starts recording down a dark hall, and these bottles move on their own.
You are not welcome here.
You and I both heard them fall, but no one else is around to knock them over. At least nobody that I could see. And just around the corner are the stairs leading down to the dark, cold basement. Number 5. A man named Dubai 7 talks to himself while returning to the home he was chased out of to get some supplies. He is trying to grab this container when he is found and cornered. The door slams behind him and he runs away as he is looking into the room he just escaped from. A different door slams shut. And no one is inside the room when he checks. On his way out, he sees what I assume is his old cat watching him. The poor animal is too afraid to come near. It jumps away moments before something unseen chases him out the door. Now outside, he looks over just in time to see the window shutters open and close by themselves way too deliberately to be caused by the wind. Number 4. It's a full moon and a YouTuber who goes by the name of Al Capone is in the most hectic cemetery I have ever seen. He can't even explain what he's been through without getting interrupted.
Okay, things moving behind tombstones while I was driving.
Then listen to this at 4 minutes and 52 seconds.
No, behind me.
Oh, you heard it behind you. I heard it.
No, I heard what was by you, but I'm saying by the cars, like...
Al is talking when another man's voice speaks at the same time. What they hear a minute and a half later leaves their mouths hanging open. I mean, this could be neighbors from some of the nearby houses, except there's really no reason for anybody to be shouting near the cemetery in the middle of the night. Plus, the direction these voices are coming from is deeper in the cemetery, away from the houses and closer to the woods. And since this video was made in the middle of January 2020, I doubt anyone was out there camping. Number 3, a YouTube channel called Exploring with Felicity goes in search of a spirit called the White Lady of Lancashire, who is said to be looking for her lost child. Felicity stands over her memorial, or rather her memorial stands over her, and she says the words which, according to legend, are meant to make the statue's eyes open.
I stolen your baby.
This push from behind is probably real, because you can hear someone laying hands on her before she takes a step forward. Felicity feels dizzy and immediately regrets ever provoking the supernatural. The weather worsens and the wind picks up this wail, which sounds like a banshee more than an animal. Felicity heads down the trail with haste and finds out for herself that the legends are all real after all. A shadowy form glides across the trail and then disappears. It's too far away to see for certain whether this was a normal person or the lady herself, so we may never know for sure. Number 2, a YouTube channel called Exploring Mysterious India is at an abandoned house that was once occupied by 5 families. Since then, it's rumored to become so dangerously haunted that not even squatters will take their chances. The group worries about snakes in the leaves and thorny forest vines, but the real danger is already watching them from afar. While searching for an entrance, they find this rope tied in a perfect knot next to a water well that looks deep enough to easily hide a body. They find this discarded cross on the floor. Perhaps it was flung from the hands of someone who tried to cleanse this place long ago. A smeared red handprint on the wall gives the impression that no one stays here for long. Sometimes you don't have to catch a spirit on video to convince me that a location is haunted. Between the rope, the well, the handprint, and the cross, I think I have enough evidence to make up my mind on this one. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and if you also, don't forget I upload a new video here on YouTube every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1. Blake Dunkley wants to document this old haunted grocery store, and he challenges you to prove him wrong. Noises always seem to be coming from one room away.
You hearing this? It's the creepiest building I've ever been in.
Some much more obvious than others. He heads up the stairwell to prove that this is real. I think this next part sounds like a door slamming shut from somewhere above, and I also think it sounds like he needed to get the heck out of there. On the second floor is a single door that is locked when Blake tries it. This is the only door heavy enough to cause the slamming noises coming from upstairs before, but it doesn't even open. The only areas left to check out are the break room and bathroom. Nothing of interest is in here, so he's just about to leave when he hears one final sound. In my opinion, this is the same door that was locked moments ago, now slamming one more time. These videos have definitely happened to others.
Wow. Some kind of creepy stuff there. Alright. Just want to check my channel real quick. Alright, Brendo. Am I echoing this time, or... Awesome. I think part of it might have been my box fan the last time, because it was going the last couple times. Alright, so now we're moving on to 5 ghosts that scared ghost hunters. That's the real stuff right there. Okay.
Top 5 ghosts, call on camera. Behind your back. YouTube ghost hunters HuntX TV are investigating the abandoned Lord Line building in the English port city of Hull. Previous visitors claim to have seen a dark, ghostly figure roaming the halls of the old building.
As I was talking, where are you kind of thing, and as soon as I picked up male and female, I heard running, and it was literally like, proper footsteps about 8 times, and it felt like they were getting faster, and then I seen a shadow there of a male, and then all of a sudden I had to say stop, whoa, because it was getting faster and faster and faster. What did you hear then?
I heard someone running down that corridor.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was like, running.
Unfortunately, they didn't catch this encounter on video. However, later as they are discussing the incident, this happens.
To be honest, also with the face. I didn't see any body, I didn't see any hair, it was literally just the face of a white lad. I'd put him early to mid 40s, really thin.
I'm keeping my eyes out on this
really
one.
thin guy, but longer kind of dark hair.
You're used to that.
I'm not used to them running at me all the while though.
Yeah, but you're used to seeing them like that.
Oh yeah, I'm not used to them running at me all the while though.
Yeah, but you're used to seeing them like that.
Oh yeah, seeing's fine.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
As they're talking, the team doesn't even notice that a shadowy, hunched-over figure seems to quickly run toward them and then rush away. So did they capture footage of the mysterious shadow figure of Lord Lyne? Let me know what you think. For more HuntX Ghost Investigations, be sure to check out their YouTube channel, HuntX TV. Behind Closed Doors. Over on the popular Pakistani ghost hunting channel Wo Kia Ta, the team investigates a farmhouse that is allegedly haunted by a spirit or demon. While investigating, they begin to hear an odd sound coming from inside one of the empty rooms.
अंदर से आवाजें बड़ी अजीब सी आ रही हैं, जैसे कोई बच्चे हैं और क्या है ये? आवाज आई? हाँ। इस रूम से तो नहीं ना अभी तक कुछ हुआ, पता है इस रूम में क्या आवाज आ रही है। ये रूम नहीं है, इसको देखें तो शरीर में गोली चली। हाथ देखिए यार।
It's a bathroom.
ये है क्या बाथरूम? हाँ चेक करें अंदर।
That's what it says. It's a bathroom.
इधर कॉर्नर में है कुछ। कॉर्नर में कुछ बैठा हुआ है। शायद मेरे मोबाइल पे रिकॉर्ड हुआ है.
One of the explorers claims he saw something lurking in the corner of the room. When they check his phone footage, this. Gathering their courage, they head into the room to investigate.
अभी नहीं है यार, इससे मैं बैठी हुई थी. इसी जगह वहाँ से बिल्कुल इस जगह पे छोटा सा था उसका कान यार, ऐसे ऐसे नीचे बैठी हो ना.
Something really seems to try to lock them inside the room. And then things really get weird.
Things get weirder? I saw something touch his shoulder right there.
यार उस कॉर्नर में वहाँ से जो जगह गई हड्डी को लगी.
Something violently shoves open the door, slamming right into the investigator's arm. Later, when they watch their footage of the incident back, they find something that chills them. So did the Wokiata team catch a real ghost or demon on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I'm willing to believe it. I'm willing to believe
You can watch Wokiata's full investigation of the haunted farmhouse over on their channel.
That is
10 Years of Fear.
That is
YouTuber Melbird says that he lives in a very actively haunted house. He's been posting videos of bizarre poltergeist activity in his home for over 10 years. In fact, his oldest videos were probably some of the first paranormal videos I ever watched on YouTube. Now, in this video, Mellowbird says that he had been hearing strange sounds and experiencing unexplained activity in his house's attic.
A lot of banging noises going on in the attic above the kitchen. So I'm gonna come up, see what I can see.
So he set up a night vision camera to record. Then one day, he says he heard creepy noises coming from the attic. Mellowbird went up to investigate, and it didn't go well.
I don't like the stuff's moving around me in the dark. The light's going on. Oh, record. It wasn't recording. I heard a clap. I think it clap so you can sing.
Damn it! That's probably good. This was one of the first videos that was ever, well, not this video, but his first video of poltergeist activity was one of the first videos that was ever shown on Fact or Faked Paranormal Files. And given that it has been going on for 10 years now, and seeing a video like that, it just makes me even more saddened that they never went to investigate. Because, given the long history for this guy, they would have found something. they would have found something.
It was right by my head, so. I'm kind of blocking. I don't know if I should get out of the way. I'm just sticking my head up over there so you guys can see more. Alright. Decision has been made. Oh, there goes the... Oh, wait. Oh, there goes that too.
After some jolting, unexplained bang causes the whole attic to shake, Mellowbird decides to just get out of there.
What the heck? Oh, I don't like that.
Check out Mellowbird's YouTube channel for more of his videos of paranormal activity and poltergeist encounters. Missing 411. YouTuber Franco TV is checking out an abandoned ghost town in the Smoky
Love
Mountains.
Franco TV.
In the middle of a forest, on the side of a mountain,
I love
he finds an old abandoned church.
This is what I found here. Look at this. This is a random church here in the Smoky Mountains. And there doesn't seem to be any signs of anyone. What's in here? There's a bell here. I'm not gonna ring the bell. Oh my god. So this is a church. All out of wood. This is amazing.
Franco goes on to explore the abandoned town through the night, checking out the empty, decaying houses. And even though he's miles out into the middle of nowhere, it seems like he might not be alone.
Oh no, a moose!
What the hell was that? Hello? Hey, I'm just exploring. Yo, hello? Huh. So this place has been sitting here for quite some time. So I'm thinking the noises I'm hearing is this building settling in. I don't think it's anything weird because it's an old building. So just give you guys the info on that. All I know is that in this place. Hello?
I heard that. I heard that without the subtitles.
Frank decides to exit the house and heads back to the church where he started. And that's when things get truly bizarre.
Dude, no. Ugh.
Just trying to keep a lookout for bears. I made it back to the old church. God, this thing is huge. What the f*** is that? What? Holy... I literally just got something on... I saw something like a black shadow. I literally just saw like a black shadow. Holy crap.
This is why I like watching clips from Franco TV, because, you know, real or not, he always somehow manages to get the best footage, and, you know, it really gets me.
Franco spots a creepy black figure through the window, but when he looks closer, nothing there. So did Frank spot a vagrant? Was it another explorer who hid or ran away? Or something supernatural? Let me know what you think. You can watch Frank's full series of this investigation over on his channel, Franco TV. Gatekeeper. Welcome back to Visually Creep TV. On the channel Visually Creep TV, a guy named Justin explores allegedly haunted places and locations. After his many investigations, he believes that something might have followed him home from one of his recent explorations in a cemetery. He and his wife began to hear unexplained footsteps at night and the sound of doors opening and closing throughout the house. He also started to get nightly alerts from his motion-activated security cameras. Then one day, Justin wakes up from a nap to some very strange noises.
I was taking a nap downstairs. My son's sleeping upstairs right now, but I woke up a couple times and what sounded like metal clinging together after I fell back asleep. I heard something slam. I'm pretty sure it was a baby gate. So I'm gonna attempt to use my spirit box in here because I'm damn sure that's what it was. I don't know if that's what it was. That just closed. That just shut. That just shut. Holy that just shut. I caught that. I got that on film, dude. I think I got that on film. I'm gonna open it. Are you angry? I know there's some in here now, man. Did you follow me from somewhere? I'm pretty sure you slammed it on me when I wasn't looking. Can you close the gate for me one more time, please? Are you good? Can you close the gate? Oh my god, dude. That is not cool.
So, could this just be heating or wind blowing the gate shut? Could it be a supernatural presence? Or is it just a hoax? You decide. Justin posts frequent updates about the bizarre events occurring in his home over on his YouTube channel, Visually Creeped TV. If you have a ghost hunting channel, or even if you just saw a good ghost clip, you can submit or suggest videos at nukestop5@gmail.com. Twitter's at nukestop5.
That was awesome.
Hopefully see you all next week.
Dude, that was good. That was good. Alright. And out of focus. Yeah, I don't have the best quality camera. Sorry about that. I think it's because I keep moving around and getting jump scared. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, my camera's just kind of out of whack. Sorry about that, bud. I hope you're still enjoying the footage I'm showing. So, alright, so next video is from Top 15. It's the top 15 videos you can only watch if you're courageous. Now, the last time he did one of these, I saw videos that just made my heart shatter. Because not because that they were scary, but because they were just very tragic. So, I'm not looking forward to this one. Wish me luck, everyone.
Number 15. Enter in The next time you fall asleep on the couch, we hope you don't wake up to this. ABC News reported this incident in October of 2016, writing, "A pair of suspects were caught on a home security system entering into a Florida home while residents, including a child, were asleep in the room." According to further reports, the kids captured on video sleeping on the couches were the homeowner's grandchildren, completely oblivious to the intruder creeping around them, looking for valuables. The two individuals remain asleep during the entire incident. You can see that the individual was not alone. Beyond the doorway, there's a second man. Thankfully, none of the individuals present were harmed during the incident, and the homeowner has since installed new locks on the doors. Whether the suspects were caught in this case is unknown. Number 14. Peeping Ghost. When taste testing food in the kitchen, don't forget to invite your creepy peeping ghost. This video was uploaded to YouTube by Madoman07. The footage shows a chef taste testing a soup, blowing on it to cool it a bit. As the clip begins, you can see the doorway behind him stands empty, but after a close-up shot of the soup, the next time a wider shot of the chef is cast, a ghostly figure is seen peering around the corner of the same doorway. The rest of the crew seems to be oblivious to the figure, whose head just hovers there, watching the chef. What is that? If it's not a ghost, why is the figure standing there? Why can we only see its head? So many unanswered questions. Whether it's a ghost, a peeper, or simply an onlooker, the figure is creepy enough to say the least. Number 13. A model possessed. The following video will ensure that your courage is intact. Its description reads, Thai model is possessed by ghost during live TV interview. The woman certainly does look like something has taken over her mind and body. Throughout the interview, her behavior, voice, and expressions become stranger and stranger. The interviewers just watch in silent awe at first. Then the male host holds what looks to be a gold medallion up towards her, causing her to start shrieking in fear. She sulks away from the medallion and shrieks even more as he puts it closer and closer to her. Most in the comments of this video insist this is acting, but what would a model get out of pretending to be possessed? Do you think she is trying to venture into acting? Or should these hosts call in an exorcist? Either way, this video is enough to test your courage, because it's certainly scary. Number 12. Underwater tea party. What would you do if you came across skeletons while out diving? Posted by the La Paz County Sheriff in May of 2015. According to the account, the sheriff's office received a report by an individual who said he was out snorkeling in the Colorado River when he found remains along the river bottom. The investigative team ventured out on May 4th of 2015 at 10 a.m. A boat was launched in order to verify the report. A diver was fitted with an underwater camera and sent below to investigate the matter. What he found would be terrifying to encounter on land, let alone underwater. The skeletal remains of two figures were discovered sitting in lawn chairs at the bottom of the river. The skeletons, leaning casually in their seats surrounded by moss-covered rocks and algae, look particularly creepy in shades of green. The diver discovers a sign perched in the lap of one of the skeletons, which appears to show an indecipherable name, along with "in the river," and a date below reading 8/16/2014. If the date is accurate, these figures have been sitting here for around 9 months. Further inspection found that the remains were thankfully fake skeletons. The sheriff's office were relieved at the discovery, and although the investigation required a lot of resources, they thanked the individual who took the time to report it. This incident might serve as a cautionary tale to those who enjoy a deep river dive. Before you don your wetsuit, take a moment to consider what might lie beneath the water. Number 11. Fire incident. Paranormal and other strange oddities aren't the only things to be courageous about. Normal everyday occurrences can often result in sheer fear. This video clip reveals one of these horrifying incidents, uploaded to YouTube in November of 2018. The home security footage shows a fire erupting in the home's kitchen, unbeknownst to the people inside the home, who you can hear in the background in another room of the house. It appears as though the homeowners left something cooking on the stove. At first, you just see it rising onto the kitchen counter, then that something erupts into flames. The blaze continues to grow as the fire heats up. You can hear a baby crying in the other room, as the family remains unaware to the fact that their kitchen is on fire. Finally, when a high-pitched sound is heard, the homeowners rush into the room. As the flames grow higher, the woman rushes into the room beyond, perhaps to look for an extinguisher. She then opens what appears to be the oven, but the blaze just rises more, and the fire alarm finally starts sounding off. The man then rushes into the room with a bucket of water, a toddler fast on his heels, but when he throws the water over the flames, they jump, causing the man to stumble backwards. As many in the comments of this video note, it appears to be a grease fire, which you should never throw water on.
Yeah.
Others suggest they should have grabbed the child and evacuated before making any attempt to put the fire out. Comments also suggest purchasing a new fire alarm and extinguisher, as it took an awfully long time for the alarm to alert them to the danger rising in their home. It does appear as though the flames went out, as the man scoops up his kid and the homeowners leave. Hopefully they got out of there and were able to call the fire department before this fire consumed their entire house. Number 10. Tarantula hissing. Have you ever wondered what a conversation with a spider might sound like? This video answers that very question. Getting up close and personal with a tarantula. The video reveals the hissing noise the spiders make when irritated. Some brave soul keeps poking the spider to get him all riled up, and riled up he does get. His legs and teeth keep moving, leaving some in the comments to wonder if the hissing noise is made by the spider's legs rubbing together. The OP responds in the affirmative, writing, apparently, it's something called stridulation. It's the same mechanism crickets use for chirping. Mother of Katana writes that it sounds like a tiny rain stick. What do you think it sounds like?
My brother is an arachnophobe, so he would not be able to handle this video.
There might just be a tarantula near your ear. Number 9. Brazen Taker. Yet another video that will have you double checking all locks on doors and windows tonight, posted in June of 2014. The footage shows various shots of the individual sneaking around the property, both outside and inside, even going so far as to raid the homeowner's fridge. All of this while the homeowners were fast asleep inside. It appears as though the man was able to gain entry by hopping the gate surrounding the homeowner's yard. He is seen wandering around the well-lit patio, even while the television is on inside, clearly indicating that someone is home. He is then seen wandering around all the rooms in the house, including upstairs. He appears to know his way around the home, so maybe he is not a stranger to this property. As he wanders, he takes whatever values he comes across, including a wallet and watch, straight from the homeowner's bedroom as they lay sleeping. The man also made off with a laptop downstairs. Needless to say, the incident left the homeowners feeling violated. They said they intend to install further security cameras around their home. Although it seems like what they need is an alarm system rather than more cameras. It's not clear if the homeowner left doors unlocked or how this man gained entry into the house, but it is clear they should install further security measures. Might I suggest a dog or two?
Yeah,
Number
I was
8.
gonna say,
Something is...
You know, a house that big and that expensive looking, you need a dog to protect it.
Following me. Have you ever got the feeling that you're being followed? Poppy's Paradise posted this footage to Reddit writing, something is following me. The guy in the clip says he was driving when he noticed something outside in the darkness. He stopped his car on the side of the road to film whatever it is, and he shouts a greeting to the figure outside the window.
There's something up here. Hello?
As he drives slowly past, the something that he saw following him comes into view. The figure looks like a girl straight out of The Ring, dressed in white with long black hair. The ghastly creature is seen only for a moment before the clip ends. Is this thing truly following him? We can only hope this was his only sighting. You need serious courage to stay calm in a situation like this. Number 7. Attempted B&E. There's a specific fear towards someone trying to break and enter your home. The intrusion makes you feel incredibly vulnerable and violated. YouTuber What Up Chris knows what it feels like. He published this footage to YouTube in April of 2016 writing, "This man was seen trespassing and trying to enter my home." The security footage shows a white truck pass by the house in question. Presumably the truck pulls up down the street to park, while its owner gets out and saunters down the street adjacent to the home. He is seen in the video walking casually, appearing as though he might pass by the house, before he takes a sharp left and walks brazenly up to the drive towards it instead. Another camera angle catches him walking up the front steps, before turning right around again without knocking. He takes a right to walk around the house in order to find a different access of entry. Another camera captures the intruder walking around the side of the house, towards the backyard. The man disappears off camera for a moment, before returning and trying to knob off one of the side entry doors. As they are all locked, he gives up and leaves. His white truck is seen a moment later, driving the opposite direction, down the road from whence he came. The homeowner has since come out of the house in his wheelchair, and can be seen taking a picture of the truck, with his phone, likely in order to capture the license plate number. Smart move on the homeowner's part, although it's unclear if the attempted intruder was ever caught. We can only hope this man captured enough video evidence to put him behind bars. Number 6. Face in the mirror. The next time you take that mirror selfie, look behind you. There might just be a ghost photobombing your shot. Dallo600 writes, "It can be explained. I still don't like it." The short clip shows a woman posing in a mirror as she takes a video, but she doesn't seem to notice that thing peering just over her shoulder. The thing appears to be a ghoulish girl leering against the wall in a public bathroom. Although the clip is short, it does provoke creepy vibes, as most commenters agree. Redditor Pupless wrote, "The video is short enough that this is super easy to pull off." He adds that he still finds it creepy, however. On the other hand, Pixelated Poltergeist disagrees. He doesn't think it's a person. He thinks it's a hand dryer, as do several others on the thread. What do you think? Is this a creepy ghost haunting the bathroom, a la Moaning Myrtle? Or is this simply an air dryer caught at the perfect moment to elicit the ultimate shivers? Whatever it is, it's certainly menacing. Number 5. Puppet Master. This doll is creepy in and of itself, but what happens in this video makes it even more macabre. Posted to Reddit with the title, "My parents have had this doll for many years, and it gave me creeps just looking at it. When I recorded this is what happened." The doll looks like a Mexican puppet, strings and all, but the strings appear to be wrapped around the puppet, not extended for someone to be playing some trickery here. The doll, posted on a flat surface, is still for a moment, that is until its right hand starts to move ever so slightly. That's the only movements it makes, however. It doesn't seem concerning or too eerie. Perhaps it was just in an uncomfortable position, or maybe it's simply extending a hand for a shake. People in the comments are familiar with these puppets. Redditor Stomach Issues says they are abundant in Mexico, and his parents would buy them as gifts every once in a while. Dr. Q Alas asks, "Are they all haunted?" To which Stomach Issues replies that he's doubtful, and that this video could have easily been altered. Others say that they can see fishing line tied to the puppet's hands, while some prompt the uploader to shake the puppet's hands. Still others insist that he burn it. What do you think? Do you see any fishing wire? I don't think I do. Or do you think it's best that he burn this thing to the ground?
I see some fishing wire, but at the same time, I don't see any pressure pulling on it.
Number 4, masked goons. What would you do if a group of masked individuals infiltrated your college campus? That's what happened in New Delhi, India earlier this month. The university played reluctant host to masked assailants wielding rods to use on faculty and students on campus. Mobile phone footage caught the incident on video, showing the masked intruders carrying sticks and the aforementioned iron rods. The masked men entered hostel rooms on campus and got around 30 people, 12 of them teachers, with at least 3 being reported as in critical condition. At the start of the video, someone tells the students to shore up the dark hallway and defend themselves against the impending incident. A man with a stick is captured running down the corridor, while screaming ensues, including a voice that says, "This is the girl who said she is a JNU student. She is not. Who are you?" Then a larger group of masked men come marching down the hallway. A female student taunts them, saying, "Who do you think you are trying to scare? Just try and touch us." She also tells everyone to form a human chain. That's when the assailants go after them, while glass shatters and screams are heard. Students sought justice by protesting outside the ITO Junction Police Headquarters, still claiming the police were inactive during the horrifying incident. If these students can't feel safe on campus, how are they expected to maintain their studies after something like this happens? Number 3, Movo 10. Sometimes you come across video footage on YouTube that just gives you a strange, unsettling feeling in the pit of your stomach, despite appearing relatively harmless. This clip is one of those types. Abner H7 posted the video titled Movo 10 to Reddit. The clip begins with an emergency warning sound and reads, "Please hold, playback will begin." A dark screen appears to show the woods at night. The phrase "Hollow was alive" flashes scratchily on the screen for a moment, leaving viewers to wonder what that hollow lie is. The walk through the dark forest starts to morph into an unsettling funhouse mirror. The leaves on the ground sway and distort. Another phrase flashes across the screen reading, "They are making it real. Who are they? What is being made real? We are left to guess." Continued shots of the leaves, branches, and grass in the darkness are replaced, suddenly by a shot of the moon. Then one more message appears, "Help us." The clip then ends with another high-pitched sound, an official message indicating the playback is complete. What does this creepy clip mean? And why is this YouTube channel full of them? Number 2, Ritual in the Wilderness. If you ever find yourself in the middle of nowhere at night, beware who or what else might be out there with you. Published in January of 2020, Junked Up Kitten asserts that a ritual had occurred in his yard of 20 acres in the Pikes Peak Wilderness area of Colorado. In the video, the man says he just got home and his wife left almost immediately for her night shift. He was playing some games on his computer when his dog started freaking out. That's when he started to hear a weird whistling coming from outside, so he dons his boots and other winter gear before heading out to investigate the matter, with his dog in the remote darkness, already courageous in my opinion. He walks out into the snow under a full moon, checks on his hens in their hen house, and also walks through his storage sheds. That's when he hears his dog barking like crazy.
Well, you got something?
He sets out in search of his dog to see what's got him all riled up and comes across a strange sight. Chicken feet and a bone hanging from a tree by some orange twine. Off in the distance, he spots fire in the darkness, which he says looks like candlelight. Needless to say, this all freaks him out. He decides to investigate and starts walking towards the distant fire. Soon he comes across the ritualistic setting. Tarot cards are all laid out on the ground, surrounded by 5 votive candles, an unlit lantern, and a purple cloth bag. It seems that Ziggy, the dog, scared off whoever was out there. They left the place in a hurry, abandoning the ritual ceremony, tarot cards and all. So many questions remain. Who were these people? Why were they on the man's property in the first place?
I
and what
burned
were
them,
they doing?
so they wouldn't have the opportunity to do this
what do the
again.
tarot cards read? Hopefully this man's property isn't now cursed. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. Are you
situation like that, it's best just to burn it, so that burn those so they can't perform rituals like that again.
1. Who or what is outside? If you ever heard this crazy sound outside your house, would you have the courage to investigate? Redditor Ponce Flans uploaded a video clip of whatever was going on outside his home to Reddit. In the clip, it sounds like Ponce is opening his blinds, and outside you see nothing but darkness and a few streetlights, but nothing too disturbing. You can hear a faint murmuring, but it's only when he opens the window that you hear the strange howling reverberating nearby. The weird sing-song howl doesn't exactly sound human, but it's hard to pinpoint what it does sound like. It continues over and over again. As Ponce notes, it sounded at first like it was coming from right outside his house, but on second thought, maybe it's coming from below the bridge.
I thought it was coming from right outside my house, but it looks like it may be under the bridge.
At the end of the video, you hear what is very much a human voice screaming. Some say in the comments that it's telling whoever is howling to be quiet. Many commenters call this sound unsettling and disturbing, while others suggest that Ponce go see what it is. Soiled Sanchez seems to have the most likely explanation. It's a train with empty hopper cars, he writes. Bad wheels or wailing ghosts. I know I wouldn't want this sound waking me up at 3 a.m. Thanks for checking out this video.
Alright, so that was that one. Not as bad. Not as bad as the one that I saw long ago.
Number 15.
I'm just gonna find the clip, show it to you guys, let you watch it, but I'm not gonna watch it with you because it was too much for me. Oh wait, this isn't it.
Number 15.
I believe it was this one. Yeah, it was this one.
Special home with an expert at raising children with early attachment disorders. Number 3. The Brick. This is definitely one incident you won't want to hear about if you have a weak stomach. Overloaded with cargo, the truck ahead of this vehicle loses one of its bricks, unbeknownst to the driver, which then flies through the air and goes through the windshield of the Audi A4, and you'll never get the screams of the driver out of your head when he realizes what has happened to his wife in the passenger seat. The driver wails as several people in the backseat are heard exclaiming. A baby cries in the background. There was no coming back from this. It really is a truly sad and scary event that I don't think any of us will soon forget. Number 2. Controlled burn. Ever wanted to see a controlled burn? Here's your chance.
So yeah, that I couldn't. I couldn't watch that one. Alright, so now we're going to move on to 12 videos that will drop your jaw. Here we go.
These scary videos will drop your jaw, and after you've seen what I've seen, you'll know why there's no going back. Number 12. 3 firefighters are trying to cut a hole in the roof to stick a fire hose through when the weakened structure collapses underneath their feet. Directly under the letter J is where one of them is standing when the ceiling gives. Now the area where they just were is a little more than a square hole with burning hot heat pouring from below. He barely has enough time to grab onto the ledge. The thin layer of burning insulation is the only thing keeping him from falling below. His equipment is too heavy, and he needs the other two to hoist him over. With their vision blurred the entire time, they lay on the ground stunned for a moment, and then walk single file to the ladder. Each glad that it's all 3 of them returning and not just 2. Number 11. A YouTuber named Unnouns posted this trail cam footage he caught while camping at the foot of Maple Mountain in Ontario. For 2 nights in a row, a strange and loud humming noise made him pass out from 8 at night until 11 in the morning the next day. At first you can only see this curly, out of focus object, but it's actually the arm of this giant creature. If it is a costume, it's really good, and I wouldn't even know where to step in. The blob glows pure white as it curiously handles the camera, then its glow extends to the tree behind. Unknowns claims he had no idea what was camping with him those 2 nights. Do you believe him? I certainly do. Number 9. This may surprise you, but there are certain tribes around the Amazon rainforest that have never had contact with the modern outside world. These shots from above paint a picture of these uncontacted tribes being hostile towards seeing helicopters and drones in the air. So encounters with them are quite rare, since it's best not to interfere with these tribes. So this new drone footage was jaw-dropping when they actually managed to capture this uncontacted tribe on video. If you look closely, you can see there's 16 people quietly walking through the rainforest here. I think it's best if they don't try to get any closer. They certainly don't want a repeat of what happened before. It's creepy to think there's people on this earth who have never seen the modern world, but I agree these groups should remain uncontacted and self-sufficient. Number 8. Wanda Chance is riding down the road when she sees a stranger who looks out of place. He is wearing a floor-length black cloak and holds his hands in front of him, possibly making a symbol. Wanda is suspicious of him and they drive by again. I think he looks like he might just be a regular teenager, sporting a gothic clothing style and look, but Wanda notices a long and pointy ear at 1 minute and 14 seconds and questions if he is really a person at all. What do you think about this sighting? Sure, it's strange, but is this just a person with an uncommon fashion style for the area, or a visitor from somewhere far off trying their best to fit in? Number 7.
Look at that.
Blake Newdorf is fishing with his dad on a pier in Kelowna, BC when he sees a giant creature off in the distance, at least 60 feet according to his estimate. Blake is sure that this is the famous Ogopogo Lake monster. Apparently, it has some kind of sharp scales, from what he says here at 1 minute and 13 seconds.
It looks like it has spikes.
The camera is not good enough to pick up much detail aside from a basic outline. I think it kind of looks like it could be a piece of driftwood, but I guess at 60 feet long it would have to be a whole tree. Whatever it is, it floats around the bend where the water channels into a small bay. According to Blake, when they went around the corner to follow it, it was suddenly gone. Unfortunately, by that point, they had for some reason stopped recording. If what they are saying is true though, then this couldn't have been driftwood. Number 6. A woman with an octopus on her face tries to laugh it off, despite her extreme fear. What does she say here? It's mercifully hanging out of her mouth for now, but if it moves in any further, then it would be reaching down her throat. She is one wrong move away from having her oxygen cut off. Its tentacles squirm around her eyes and across her tongue as she screams and pulls the creature free with one last burst of strength. The octopus itself looks like it came straight out of the ocean. I can only imagine how disgusting the lingering aftertaste must have been. Number 5.
Well, she's alive.
This large and important river in Asia
part.
is surrounded by 10 factories and now has a green and purple glow. Here a citizen splashes around to separate a top layer of foul-smelling harsh chemicals clinging to the water. Chemicals from factories could have caused portions of the river to dry up, and this dried up riverbed is a greenish-blue alien-looking substance that researchers are unable to determine the composition of. What this mystery substance is doing to people and the world at large is unknown, but if its appearance is any indication, it looks like some kind of unnatural super mold that was created by our own carelessness. Number 4. This video of a Mississippi swamp creature is hard to see, but the payoff is worth it. Watch this circled area and tell me if you see movement or not.
Baby!
Ooh, I do see it.
Now here's the same area zoomed in. You can see something is behind the tree, a creature whose oversized arms extend down to the swamp. It straightens its back as it sees the camera and looks to the camera. It's hard to say if this really is a swamp creature or just shadows cast from the leaves above. This is allegedly the swamp creature's face. If it was just a bit closer, we'd have enough detail to make a final decision. That looks like it could be the face of a creature or just some tree bark to me. Number 3. Jim Lin is visiting Harbin, Japan, and now faces bowl after bowl of gourmet insects. The pressure is on to sample the culture by eating as many different dishes as he can. At 4 minutes and 1 second, the juices of a plump cicada hits the back of his throat with a loud squirt.
Oh, it's goosey. Oh, it's goosey. Oh, it's goosey.
The insides look wet and green, and not like something I would look forward to trying. How would you even tell if this was cooked right? But there's still more bugs to eat. This oversized grasshopper looks more like a crayfish. They are in a busy market with music and people having conversations everywhere, and yet the crunch is louder than anything else going on.
He seems like he likes it.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do is an age-old expression that means you should follow the rules of other cultures in their country, but I don't think everyone could handle this bug buffet. It may just make your jaw drop. Number 2. A YouTuber named Isaiah Flamrage makes a YouTube video of himself cleaning his dirty room as motivation to actually get the job done and over with. During the course of this cleaning, the television turns on by itself, which I guess could be explained by accidentally stepping on the remote or something, and the door opens by itself, which is caught on 2 different angles and much harder to explain. The room is looking much cleaner after 2 hours, and he takes a break to go do something else. This next part almost has to be edited because it's literally impossible. Okay, so the door opens at 11:41 at night, and this time, without showing any breaks in the timestamp, a childhood stuffed bear disappears from view. Isaiah comes back to find the television changes to one of the cameras he has just set up in the other room. It looks like he is trying to use his remote control, but it's useless. Nothing is there. Then, with a flash of static, the bear is somehow sitting in the chair. He can't believe what he is witnessing at first, but as he looks to the floor, slowly realizing his house is haunted, he misses this eerie figure watching him through his own screen. Before we get to number 1.
Wow, that is either a very elaborate hoax or a very haunted house. Either way.
Also, don't forget I upload a new video here on YouTube every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1. Everyone is playing it up for the camera at an outdoor party when one friend named Justin decides to act funny with a glow stick in his mouth. Soon, neon green sludge pours from his lips. He says that it's leaking as if he didn't just bite it himself.
It's leaking!
That means when he was shaking it at around the 11-second mark, the liquid must have gotten everywhere. A concerned friend rushes up with some good advice.
Now then, switch it!
But Justin takes a gulp instead of rinsing and ends up consuming more of the substance than before. The video ends soon after, and I wouldn't be surprised if they rushed him for medical attention, just in case. As I analyze these videos...
Oh. Oh. Where do I even start with that one? Why would you be that dumb? Why would you be that stupid to put a glow stick in your mouth in the first place? And then you swallow it. You swallow the liquid. Ugh. That is a prime example right there of natural selection. Alright, got 2 more videos here. By the way, for those of you who are either watching right now or gonna watch this later, who here is looking forward to the winter's edition of Survivor? I am. Alright. Scary videos that will make you stay awake. It starts this Wednesday.
Hello guys, tonight we want to take a look at some more mysterious and possible inexplicable recordings again that people have captured from all around the world. If you have ever captured something interesting, feel free to send me an email. And now without further ado, let's buckle up and stay frosty. In our first video tonight, we follow adventurer Iha.
Alright. I apologize, guys. I will be right back. Need to use the bathroom. Oh, doggy. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, thank you. Okay, Survivor. Oh, yeah, it's the American Survivor. Yeah, season 40. They're doing season 40 starting this Wednesday, and they're bringing back 20 previous winners. And it's a season. I haven't actually watched one of the Australian seasons, but from what I've read about it, it does sound more intense than the American versions because there's more players and the time span is longer. Because in the American one, it's only 39 days, but I heard the Australian one is somewhere around 52 days. Is that right? Wow, 70 plus. That's crazy. Yeah, I also heard that one of the more infamous players from the American edition, Russell Hantz, was on the Champions versus Contenders season and was voted out second. That was. I saw the clip of that and I just couldn't stop laughing. Alright. So, enough about that. Survivor. It's one of my favorites, and I've been waiting for almost 12 years, for about 12 years now, for them to do a winter season. So I'm excited about that. All right, let's continue on.
Up to another supposedly cursed location, in which he is on the hunt for paranormal events and possibly even jinn sightings. He stumbles across an alarm clock that appears to be sitting there in a broken cupboard. Strange, must be belonging to a homeless person, eh? But then these noises catch his attention. A quick check in front of the mirror reveals nothing. But a moment later, he captures an oddity.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. And obviously I don't think he saw it either because he didn't react right away.
This certainly looks like a head, which is peeking out of cover and looking at Ehab. I'm not sure if he had noticed the face, but it is now that he seems to capture it once more.
Dude, if I saw that behind me, I would have screamed.
What are your thoughts?
I would have screamed if I saw that.
Jonathan sent me the next clip, which was recorded.
That was either fake or he has some damn strong nerves.
In South America by some young adventurers. They were after some exciting captures in a not further disclosed area. We don't know much about their history, but apparently they have captured a creature in the near woods.
Yeah, I've seen this clip before.
Of course, this could only be human, but who knows? Maybe the creature is related to the rake. The next video, sent in by Ricky, is a bit grainy unfortunately, but the story goes that two friends were exploring an old house. Interested in the paranormal, it was one of their first ghost investigations. As they make their way through different floors and rooms, they come across a concerning sign. Did some people perform rituals here? They walk a bit further and notice a dog barking, which makes them escape the premise shortly after. But something seems to have followed them. Still afraid, they drive off.
What the hell?
What is this thing? Just a homeless person? A lunatic, maybe. Hey guys, if you wish to support me to enjoy many more videos, please consider becoming a member and joining my channel. Another recording of a tunnel. If you know my videos, you know that nothing creepy ever awaits people recording in there, right?
No, of course not!
But wait, what's that there in the distance?
Gas? Okay, that's very creepy. It doesn't even look like there's a baby in there.
But what is wrong with her head? Was it maybe a demon by any chance? Mysterious.
What the heck was that? Jesus Christ.
The next video, captured by a young man who was documenting a haunting in his home. At this point, not much is known.
But you can see his eyes.
But the unearthly energy seems to unfold in more and more areas of the house.
Oh, okay. What's that? Santa fell.
Even his grandma is aware of the things that are happening there.
Got scared by the grandma.
Is it a poltergeist?
Man, did you see that? What? The card just fell. What card? That one there.
It is clear that the entity does not like Christmas. After Santa Claus, it goes after the cards even.
Oh, I don't remember that moving.
Me neither. Grandma does not believe it to be paranormal though.
Did you see that?
Certainly a lot of mischief. What do you think? Was it staged by the boy?
I'm not doing it!
Family haunting.
Maybe you know the following family. They have been haunted by several paranormal forces that trouble them in their own house. And there are a couple of recordings of them documenting different events. Tonight the whole family is over when these energies tamper with their furniture. And it gets even wilder. Some other pieces are getting thrown around. Then they try to make contact in form of a seance.
Look at that. It's a friggin' water outfit on again.
But this only makes the activity worse, and things are getting out of hand quickly.
You think?
Turn slide on. Hey, Leslie, I'm sorry. What is that? I don't know. This is a new one on me, Turbo. What is it? Where's the shit cat? No. Are you okay? Oh, God. I'm sorry. Here. Get her freaking legs. Here.
Maybe a shirt helps this woman to calm herself down a little bit.
Wait a minute. Listen. Come on, man. Bring the camera. Let's get out. Come on. Don't look it up. Take this off. Turn that in there. Shut it under the bed.
At this point, we can only watch and see how intense these forces are working in this home.
God damn, ain't nothing. Check it out, Jacob. Get this off of it. Let's get it going. Let's get it. God. Yeah, guys, come on. Let's move. Get this. Get in here, man. Come on. Go. I tried telling you. I told you don't be doing it. Shut up. Wait. Listen. What? Listen. Wait.
But not only knocking, even the piano starts playing by itself.
Jerry Green. Oh God. Jerry Green. I shall not walk. You make me too loud. Oh God. Man.
Then they have an idea. What about the Bible? It certainly will help with this haunting, right? I'm not sure at this point. It feels they are needing an exorcism.
At this point, that's probably the only thing that'll save that family.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, baby. Let's get out of here. Come on.
This capture was taken by Inuzumi. It says that a faceless woman was captured at a fishing club party. There is a story in which the same lady appears in different pictures that people are taking at this location. Could it be true? What's your opinion? Stay frosty, guys.
Stay frosty. Alright. Yeah. Alright, one last video, guys. We got the 5 ghost videos to watch at night. It's the perfect atmosphere. Let's begin. Sir Spooks.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos. If you want to get your own paranormal evidence or other creepy things caught on camera featured on my channel, then just share the link or video file on my subreddit, Sir Spooks. Remember to provide timestamps. Link for the subreddit is in the description. You can also send it to my email, sirspooksbusiness@gmail.com. Remember to provide timestamps. For email submissions, I only accept YouTube links. Alright, with that said, let's begin. Donnie Drunkard operates a YouTube channel that is quite relevant to the paranormal and supernatural. Most of his uploads are videos relating to paranormal entities that he captures on camera, and other creepy videos of that sort. On an upload published by him on November 28, 2019, in which he explains that he believes that a luminous shadow figure has followed him home from one of his EVP sessions earlier on. Throughout the video, a couple of strange things happen, such as the lights above him swaying from side to side, which understandably frightens Donnie. Later on in the video, he goes down into his basement, where he attempts to call his dog Terry down there with him. But something down there must be scaring Terry away, because he does not go down in the basement with his owner. Donnie even explains that Terry always races down there to play, but this time he isn't going down there for whatever reason. I recommend you watch the full video to see even more creepy things Donnie has captured.
You can't be here. You have to go. I didn't tell you to come here.
Yeah, you know, it's very rude for ghosts to show up without an invitation. I mean, it's not like, you know, you provoked them by doing an EVP session or anything like that.
So I'm the only one here.
Devil's Hour Productions uploads videos to their YouTube channel on a frequent basis of them doing research on the paranormal and various mysterious entities. On April 3rd, 2017, the crew ventured out to the McKay Mansion in Virginia City, Nevada, to explore the building and to potentially capture something creepy on camera. If that's what they were looking to do, then they certainly captured a ton of spooky things that day. About 8 minutes into the video, one of the members of the crew is recording when suddenly something frightening happens with his SB7. Take a listen.
You're right there, aren't you? Yes. Who are you? Who is this? Tell me your name. Where's the colonel located? You tell me? What was that? What? Who was that was speaking just now?
That's
It
creepy.
even sounds as if something on the device is saying the word go, which would certainly chill me to the bones if I was there to hear that. Then, just about 20 seconds later, we can see the man turning a staircase as he ventures further into the mansion, and we can see what appears to be a partial apparition in the corner of the room.
When I made it to the bottom of these stairs, I thought I saw something on the corner of my eye. And then later, after reviewing this clip, I discovered this on camera. What is interesting about this partial apparition is that right when the camera is capturing this, the camera all of a sudden out of focuses, as if whatever it was had some kind of energy emanating off it and somehow affected the camera.
About 25 minutes into the video, we can still hear that creepy frequency going off while the crew members are in a room attempting to find more paranormal entities. Take a look and see what scared them.
Good job. Good job. That's exactly what we want. Do it some more. Do it again. Do it again. Exactly what we want. Do it again. Open it. All the way.
What we all just heard was a loud bang right behind Dante. And when we looked in the direction to where we heard the bang, we all realized the wardrobe was partially open. Before the bang even happened, the wardrobe was completely closed. I even checked inside to see if I could debunk the wardrobe opening all by itself, but I didn't see anything that could make that happen.
In addition to the loud banging sound, the wardrobe that is in the room with them suddenly slammed all by itself too, which is certainly strange. Just 5 minutes later, Dante begins to complain that his back feels extremely hot, which concerns the rest of the group. They lift up his shirt and see a gigantic burn-like scratch appear across his back. If this wasn't freaky enough, just a minute or so later, a voice recorder is thrown across the room by some spirit that is possibly in the room with them. We may never know what secrets lurk inside the McKay mansion, but this is compelling footage to make people never want to see for themselves. This next entry, uploaded by the YouTube channel Truth Paranormal, certainly has an authentic feel to it, as it just features two men exploring Hales Bar Dam and nothing more. They don't have a camera crew or anything in this video, just them two and the paranormal. In the short 1-minute video, the men are standing when all of a sudden they can hear something that instantly catches their attention. Take a listen.
And there are times when this place it's kicking, and then times where
What's the matter, man?
why does that sound like a phone? Ringing?
What even was that?
This place it's kicking, and then times
That sounds like a telephone.
That's crazy. Listen.
The mysterious bell ringing sound can be heard throughout the video, and it is unclear as to who or what was causing that sound to be made in the Hales Bar Dam that day. But one thing is for sure, it is definitely creepy, and I think that most of us would not want to hear this if we were exploring a building. Southern Afterlife Paranormal TV is a fairly small YouTube channel, but is nevertheless filled with tons of paranormal and scary content for the horror lovers within us all. On the channel you can find various paranormal videos and videos of explorations of abandoned buildings. On an upload published on January 18th, the channel owner is exploring the abandoned Cartel Hotel, all while doing the 3 AM challenge, which, for those who are unfamiliar, is when you explore something like an abandoned building at 3 in the morning. Throughout the video we can see several strange things occur, but perhaps the creepiest thing happens only 3 minutes into the video. The cameraman is turning a corner when all of a sudden he hears banging sounds coming from somewhere inside the building.
Hello?
What that was.
This looks like one of those screensavers that
was loud.
automatically just kind of moves on its own. Which I think is the intention behind it. You know, he probably just wants to give like a quick circular tour of the whole facility before actually investigating.
Guys, my heart is pumping.
It's kind of weird to see a professional paranormal investigation video doing that.
I don't know about you, but I would definitely feel uncomfortable if that was what I heard while exploring in the abandoned building, no matter what time of day. But it is definitely made all the more scary once you realize it was filmed at 3 AM. Most people are not up at that time of the day to even pull pranks on other people. What do you think was in the Cartel Hotel that day? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Similar to most of the channels that have been featured on this list, The Abandoned Prepper is a YouTube channel that is dedicated to deliver high quality content relating to the exploration of abandoned and haunted locations. In a video published on January 20th, 2020, the channel owner explores a place known as the Summer House, which is located in the United Kingdom. Throughout the video, we can see the man walking around the area, which is littered with rubble and other debris, but the most interesting thing happens at around 5 minutes into the video. Take a look and see if you notice anything out of the ordinary.
Not really sure what that's for. Something to do with the pool, probably. If you look through here, there's actually houses there, so I don't really want to look. And then the pool. What was that? What the fuck was that? Right, guys. Oh, my head's gone. I thought I seen something in the window, so I've looked back on my footage, and then
oh wow, there was something there.
I seen a shadow go past the window, so I've just fucking legged it. I'll replay it on the video or something. I don't know.
It may be extremely hard to see, but if you look close enough, you will be able to make out what appears to be a shadow figure moving around the area. To be fair, it could have been something as simple as something brushing by, like a tree or something like that, or even another person that is in on the video, but it also could very well be something otherworldly. What do you think the abandoned prepper caught on camera that day? Let me know in the comments. And that was 5 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Yeah. I don't know about the ghosts. Yeah. We'll leave a like on it too, why not? Why not? But yeah, that has been Saturday Night Scares. I'm going to do another one on Tuesday to make up for, sorry, not Tuesday, Monday. I'm going to do another one on Monday night to make up for the one that I missed last week and get caught up on the current videos. But, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to check out some of these channels that I watch, the link's in the description below. And, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you guys on Monday. Have a good night.